All right, welcome to the 2024 San Antonio Spring Home and Garden Exhibitor webinar. You guys are in for a treat. We're going to go over a lot of things that will be helpful for your experience coming up next month. Whether you're a first timer or a veteran, lots of useful info in here. So stay tuned to hear me and Lucy talk to you for not very long, maybe 20 some minutes. We'll see. Lucy, you want to hit next?
I would love to.
All right, so meet your team. I am Lupe Marino. I'm the show manager. With me on this webinar is Lucy Ferguson. She is the show coordinator. And of course, Laura Martin, you all know, our senior exhibit sales consultant. We are your San Antonio team. You'll find us at the show, in the show office, or walking the floor, but we will all be there to help out with anything that you guys need, answer any questions you guys may have. And we look forward to seeing you. We would like to thank our sponsors and partners for this year's show. If you're ever interested in becoming a sponsor or a partner, I'd be happy to talk to you about it and we can go over some options. So thank you so much to this year's sponsors and partners. If you are interested in any sponsorship opportunities, we currently have a presenting sponsor opportunity, official product sponsorship for certain products. We do have some that have already been taken. Our official bag sponsor has been taken. We do have a stage opportunity. Aisle sponsors, we only have 3 aisles left. You guys will be getting an email from me letting you know what those 3 aisles are and see if you're interested in that. And then we are also trying to do a free ticket Friday sponsor. That's been done in other markets and has become very, very successful. So it'd be really cool to implement here in San Antonio. Okay, today's agenda, as I mentioned, we're going to kind of go over big picture show overview, and then we're going to go over what to do before the show, during move-in, during the show, and move out. And we're going to take you kind of through the whole thing in a time period from beginning to end. This year's highlights, we have HGTV's Egypt Sherrod. Egypt will be there Friday and Saturday as she kind of shares her expertise on buying and remodeling homes. She'll be at the Fresh Ideas stage. She will also be doing a meet and greet, so stay tuned for the opportunity and the knowledge and things to apply for that and see if you are a winner or your guests are a winner. We're going to have a backyard oasis. Come check it out. We'll have a pool, landscaping, hopefully some gardening, just a beautiful backyard to inspire all of your dreams to come true. And then Love Your Space again. We're going to do a revitalization feature with Habitat for Humanity, where we're going to have some designers pick up some pieces from Habitat, from their home center, and kind of revamp them and revitalize them and show you how you can transform your space with the things that you already have. Ticket prices and show hours. We are open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those are the show days from 12 to 8, 10 to 8, and 11 to 6. Our box office is open all 3 days. Box office ticket is $10 for an adult and $8 for seniors. Children 16 and under are free. We do have an advanced online price where you save $2 if you purchase tickets online. So be sure to let all of your guests, family, friends know they can save $2 if they purchase their ticket online in advance through February 22nd. Once the show goes live, there is no longer an advance price. How we market the show. This is something I get asked pretty often. You know, what our budget is, what did we do to market the show, how do we bring people in? Our total marketing budget, our spend is $171,779. With that, it includes ads on TV, billboards, radio, print, and digital. Yes, we still do some print because it's a lot of people still get print, believe it or not. Speaking of digital, following our current consumer behaviors, we're also doing OTT ads. Those are the ads that you get on your streaming services, the ones that you can't skip and you're forced to watch. So we'll also be doing those on an array of streaming services as well as YouTube. We'll have some ads on there. This is on top, of course, of our already digital campaign with social media and ad campaigns throughout. So that's just a little added bonus that we have been including.
Okay, on to the good stuff. I mean,
yes, thank you. They're tired of hearing from me.
Yeah, this is just what the people want to hear.
Exactly.
So you have booked your space. The best thing you can possibly do before the show is access the exhibitor kit. You can do this in a couple ways. That's the direct link right there to get to it. Or what you can do is if you're ever on the show page, just any page of the show, you can scroll all the way to the bottom and there will be an option to click on exhibitor kit, like right there in the photo. Once again, any page of the show that you are on. It's going to have, the exhibitor kit will have everything that we are about to go over and a little bit more even. And if you do have questions, please check the exhibitor kit because more than likely it's in there and it's always quicker than trying to reach out and get a hold of us right before the show. Alrighty, so comp tickets. Everyone, every exhibitor gets 20 free complimentary tickets to send out. Those get sent out actually today, which is January 22nd, if your booth space was booked. It does sometimes get filtered to spam. This is what the email looks like. It's going to come from my name, Lucy Ferguson, but the email address is going to be this lovely no reply at mail3. But once you find it, all you have to do is click on the click here, and it will take you to this page. And this is your distributor portal. It lets you keep track of how many you've gotten and how many you've sent out. And all you need to do is click on invite a contact. And you just enter how many you're sending, a name and an email. And it's a pre-structured email that'll get sent out for you. And it's super fast and easy. Alrighty, so temporary food licensing and sampling. So if you are selling or offering samples of food or beverage at the show, you must fill this out and send it in to me no later than February 16th. It does need to get approved by show management, whatever food or beverage you're doing. That form can be found on the exhibitor kit. And then there's my email again. Oh, and one more thing I'd like to say, there is a $98 fee from the city of San Antonio for a temporary food permit. That gets paid for with your booth space. Okay, your listing. So before the show, one thing you want to do is enhance your exhibitor listing. Whenever you book your space, you automatically get what's called a basic listing that goes live within 24 hours. Also within that 24 hours, our system will send you an email to enhance that listing. Now, for some of you, you booked a very long time ago, so that email might be hard to find. If you can't find it, go ahead and just email me. I'll get it resent to you. But the nice thing, it's really important to enhance that listing because there's a huge difference between an enhanced listing versus your basic listing. So automatically you get your company name, your booth number, and your website, and that's it. It looks a lot nicer if you spruce it up a bit. You can add your logo, your social media links. This person even has a YouTube link for a kind of preview video. Looks very nice. And no
special promotions, right?
Yes, and thanks, Loops, and show specials. If you enter a show special, you do get listed in additional places on the show's website. So just more exposure, and you've already paid for this with your booth space, so there's no additional cost, and it just takes a few minutes to do. All righty. And the QR code. So this is going to be new for San Antonio. Every booth space is going to get a decal on the carpet in front of them with a QR code specifically for their company. Now, another reason why it's so nice or important to enhance your listing is because enhancing your listing means you're updating your QR code as well to have more information. So you add your info to one, you've added your info to the QR code. And this is for attendees to scan at the show. They'll be able to save your information, have it emailed to themselves, and we'll pass on the leads to you after the show. But it's also just a way for them to be able to reach out to you as well. So yeah, we're really excited. We hope you guys are too. And if you'd like to see what attendees will see when they scan it, you can actually scan that one. It'll take you to a live example. All right, back to you, Lupe.
Oh, I couldn't wait. All right. What to do before the show? Order your exhibitor services. Again, all of this can be found on the exhibitor kit. So if we're going too quick or you're like, well, great, where's Edlet and how do I find them? Just go to your exhibitor kit. Everything's hyperlinked, contact information there. So if you need any gas, water, phone, or internet, and I'm talking hardwired internet, that is handled by the Alamo Dome directly. If you need electrical services, Edlin is our electrical provider. They do offer a discount if you order and pay in full before February 2nd. And GEMS is the show's official decorator. They're there to help with any carpet, booth furnishings, tables, chairs, forklift services, any of that sort of thing. They will be there to help you. You can also order in advance with them for a discount by February 1st. And everyone will be on site. So if you don't get a chance or you think you don't need it and you decide, oh, you know what, I forgot it and I do need it and I'm on site, they will be there. So you can still do that on site if you'd like. All right, know what comes with your booth. So your booth comes with an 8-foot back drape and 3-foot side drape if you're in an inline. If you're in a corner, we don't tend to put that side drape on there because that kind of defeats the purpose of being in a corner. So you'll get the 8-foot back drape. And if you'd like the 3-foot, we can, but again, it kind of defeats the purpose a little bit. So electrical table chairs, any of those types of furnishings are not included. It's just the pipe and drape that you get. If you're in a 20 by 20 booth or larger, you can go above that 8-foot drape line. If you are smaller than 400 square feet, you cannot go above that drape line. The 8-foot is your limit. So if you have any questions about your display or, oops, you didn't know, and now you're going to go over, let's talk, let's figure something out. We can move you to a perimeter booth or get you into a larger booth space. But just know your height restriction is that 8-foot drape line. All right. Here is your move-in map. This is kind of what you need to pay attention to know what day your booth will be marked out by the decorator and ready for you to move in. So that little lavender purpley area, you guys are good to move in Tuesday at 1 p.m. I know in the past we've gone earlier. Unfortunately, that is not the case this year. And going forward, it is a 1 p.m. move-in. So you have 1 to 6 if you'd like to come and get a jump start on your space. Please do so on Tuesday. You'll be able to drive up to your booth with no problems, and it'd be pretty easy because the other booths won't be set up. That middle section, that yellowy section, your move-in day is Wednesday, 8 to 7. That's your drive-in day, so you can drive in up to your booth, unload, take your vehicle out, and then you have, till 7 p.m. to finish setting up. And then that green section, that's a Thursday move-in, again, 8 to 7. If you need any accommodations, please reach out to myself or Lucy, and we will do our best to work with you if you cannot make your day. Also note that Thursday drive into your booth does end at 2 p.m. So if you do need to drive into your booth and you're in the green section, then please try to get there before 2. At 2 o'clock, we no longer allow driving up the aisle as the decorators rolling the carpet out, and we can't have vehicles on the carpet. So at that point, we'll try to stage you in the back if there's any room. No promises. Please plan accordingly. Otherwise, you'll have to hand carry and cart from the parking lot and up the ramp. Move out. When we move out, it is a first come, first served move out. However, we don't allow drive-in until about 8 p.m. The show closes at 6, and we allow about 2 hours for the decorator to roll up that carpet so that you guys can drive in. So we do ask that you try to remain inside your booth as you're breaking down, packing up your stuff, stay off the aisle carpet as much as you can, and that will allow them to go much faster to roll that carpet. So if that carpet gets rolled in an hour, we'll let you guys in early. If it takes 3 hours, then we can't let you guys in. So with your help, we can have a very speedy move out and then start letting vehicles in so you guys can pack those up. And if you don't need to drive in, great. You can hand carry your cart out. I would suggest that, and you probably get out of there a lot faster. Where to park? Parking is free for move-in days. So you don't have to worry about buying a parking pass or anything like that for move-in days Tuesday through Thursday. Once Friday gets there, even if it's in the morning before the show opens, they will require a parking pass. So if you get there on Friday and you did not purchase a parking pass during move-in, sometimes they have some that you can buy for lot A, but they do sell out. So make sure you get that in advance. If you don't need in and out privileges and you're coming Friday and you're staying till the end and you don't need to leave and you're going to eat there with us, you can get a parking pass for lots B and C, and it's $5 cheaper. They're $10 to park there. And the lot A is $45 for a 3-day pass. So if you don't need a 3-day pass and you're not going to be coming in and out, you'll save some money by parking in lots B and C. And then this nifty map here that is beautiful is just kind of know the layout. Here's your show hours, move-in hours, and a map that just is a beauty. You can find the show office desk, the parking pass desk, so you can purchase that. Water bottle fill stations, you guys should know during move-in, water bottles, food is okay on Friday. They no longer allow water bottles. You can bring an empty bottle and fill it up inside, and they absolutely do not allow outside food. So please be prepared for that. You'll see there in the green arrow on the right, that's the load-in dock. So you'll come in one way and you'll come out the other with that with that red arrow at the bottom. So you'll come in one door and you'll go out the other. You'll see that orange rectangle in the center towards the right. That's where you'll find your service desks for Gems and Edlin. That's where they'll be if you need to order any of those services once you're on site. And if you need to find me, Lucy, or Laura, you'll go up to that red square at the top where it says show office desk, and that's where you'll find us. Again, if we're not out on the floor already. Luce?
Okay. Yep, I'll
It's your
take
turn.
that over.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so during move-in, please pick up your exhibitor badges, which you can do so at the show office desk. It was that red rectangle at the top of the map on the last slide. During your check-in, you'll need the badges starting on Friday. They will not let you into the building if you don't have a badge. So if you need to pick up one or all of them to pass out to your team, do so during move-in. Your badges are based on your booth size. So if you're between 100 and 300 square feet, you get 5 badges. 400 square foot booths and up get 10. And just so you know, your complimentary tickets you get are not to be used in place of an exhibitor badge. It messes up our attendance count, which we want to be as accurate as possible. So if you're working the booth, use an exhibitor badge. Okay, and if you have not, like Lupe said before, if you did not order your services ahead of time, you can do so on site. You'll need to order them at the Edlin and Jim's desks. You won't be able to order them from the show office desk. And they'll be from the map from a couple slides ago. There were that orange rectangle on the right side of the map. Okay, and possibly the most important slide is please do not start an electrical fire or any other kind of fire.
Darn, I guess I can't go.
Lupe, you're in charge of us. Okay, well, please don't follow Lupe's example. She plays it too fast and loose. But so for your electrical, we do ask that you use surge protectors. You use plugs with grounds. The ground is that third prong at the bottom. I definitely had to Google that. And know what you're powering to, like what your power supply is. And also, and this is the number one rule that gets broken on show site, is please do not daisy chain, which is when you connect a bunch of power cords together to make a longer power cord. those that is a huge fire hazard, unfortunately, and the fire marshal does get very upset with us. All right,
All right.
Luke's.
My turn again. Oh, yippee.
Yes.
All right. The do's of exhibiting like an expert. We do require that you use floor covering in your booth space, your entire booth space. We carpet the aisles and make it look as nice as we possibly can to not see that cement floor. So we ask that you do the same and carpet your entire space. When you're selling, you bought whatever size space you bought. So that's the space you're allowed to sell out of. Please don't work the aisles. Don't go and take customers from other people's booths as they're trying to sell. We're all there to do the same thing. So don't have me come out there, Lucy come out there. She gets very, very, very upset when we start working those aisles. You don't want to see that. Just stay in your booth. And we do love if you are going to have a table that it be skirted. It doesn't have to be professionally. You can skirt it yourself, but please make sure that it looks professional and that all four sides are covered down to the floor so we don't see any of the legs. And then of course you're gonna, stash some stuff under there. So if the skirt's too short, we see all of that, and that's what we don't want to see. So just make sure it's going down to floor length and we can't see underneath it. And then your signage, we ask that it is professionally made, handwritten signs, just, they look chintzy. Put your best foot forward. It's just going to make your booth look that much better. And then do staff your booth all hours of the show. If for some reason, you're working alone and you need to run to the restroom, we understand. Make friends with your neighbors. I'm sure they'll be happy to watch your booth for a few minutes. Maybe you can have a sign that says be back in 10 or something along those lines. But if you can have a buddy, a staff of 2 or more, that'd be great. And just make sure someone's in your booth if at all possible at all times. Okay, this is just an example for you guys to see of what a great booth looks like that follows all the rules that we have. This display just shows you everything. They stayed under the 8-foot drape line. They have clear signage with their company name. Their entire booth space is covered in flooring. You can use any flooring. It could be carpet, it can be laminate, it can be those little tiled padded, gym flooring, as long as it's all covered and it looks good. So this is just a good example we'd like to share with you so you can oh, okay, I see what they mean. Don't go above the 8 feet. Got it. Flooring. Got it. And then you can see in this photo as well, that's what the QR code looks like in front of your booth that, consumers will come and scan. So it's a great picture. Good job, Lucy.
Thank you. And good job, Johnson County Home Remodeling. They are not in Texas, by the way.
All right, to be a successful exhibitor, your booth location matters. So be sure to book early. There is no bad space on the floor. The Alamo Dome is not so ginormous that you can't, consumers can't walk the entire floor, but it does matter. You start getting competition in the same aisle or too close, and then you're not exactly happy with your space because so-and-so's in the next aisle and it's just, or you're too close to a feature or you're too far in the back. There's lots of different things. So if that matters to you, be sure to book early so you can pick a prime spot that's prime for you that you are going to be just super ecstatic about. Be approachable in your booth space. Set up an inviting display to get people in from outside the aisle. That increases your chances of making a sale exponentially because now they're in your space inside. They're obviously interested. It's great. So make sure you have an inviting space so they can come off the aisle into your booth. I would also say to be approachable would be to not be on your cell phones in the back of the booth. I see that a lot, and people walk by and you don't look like you want to be interacted with, so they're not going to interact with you. So just be mindful. I know sometimes maybe it's a little slower than we'd like, right at open or as the show's going to close, and we tend to get bored and want to play on our phones. But just be mindful of how that looks and how you come across to potential buyers. Display what you want to sell. I know a lot of you have an array of things that you offer, but display what you really want to portray that you're great at, the number one thing you do. Maybe you do roofing, but you also do siding. But roofing is really, your core, and siding is just part of it. Then definitely display your roofing, and then sell them on the siding. This is just an example. And then people want a consultant, right? Yes, they're there to get sold to. They literally are paying to be sold to. But in a big project that's, going to take both the decision makers, they want a consultant. Help them see why they should pick you out of all the different leads or, estimates and quotes they're about to get. So ask the questions, listen to what they're saying. Definitely have a goal to measure your success. If 10 leads is what you need in a day, and that's what measures your success, like have that goal so you know what to aim for. And then be sure to follow up with all those leads. I hear very often, we all get phone calls from customers that say, oh, I gave info to this company and I haven't heard from them. I call the number, but no one answers. And, that's loss of business. We don't want that for you guys. We want you guys to be successful. So make sure you follow up.
All right. And then to reiterate parking real quick, even though Lupe did cover it marvelously. To park in lot A, which is the lot that is connected to the loading dock, you do need to buy a pass for $45. They do tend to run out. So if you get there, if you do it first thing when you get in for move-in, you're very likely to get your pass. Exhibitors are more than welcome to park in lots B and C. That is $10 a day. You just don't get in and out privileges. But if you just are coming and going just once that day, then that is the cheaper option. And all parking is card only. They will not accept cash.
You explained that way better.
Stop it, Lupe. And then for move out, vehicles are not allowed to drive up to booth spaces until about 8 p.m. on Sunday. The show decorator will need time to roll up the aisle carpeting. So before then, until that point, it is hand, cart, and carry only. We lose our lease on the building at 12 p.m. on Monday, the Monday following the show. So all your entire booth does need to be 100% removed from the building by 12 p.m. that following Monday. And most importantly, you may not start breaking down your exhibit space until the show is done at 6 p.m. on Sunday. We enforce this rule. We will be out walking the show floor. Please just leave your booth space up until the show has closed. There is always still attendees in the building who have paid to be there. Please leave your booth up.
What if it's like 5:57?
I am going to write you a home show to merit and give you a scolding.
Okay, so 6 o'clock then? I just want to make sure I'm understanding. 6 o'clock?
It is a hard 6 o'clock.
Hard 6, got it. Okay, hard 6, guys. We could do this.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take over the scamming. Luce,
you can take a break. Of expertise. Yeah.
Don't get scammed, guys. Marketplace events, we protect your privacy. We are a permission-based email sender. We do not share, rent, or sell any email lists ever under any circumstances. We will never, ever sell our consumer list, our exhibitor list, none of that. There's been a number of spam emails offering attendee lists. Those are scams. Do not send them any money. Do not give them any information. They are not authorized to use our company name, Marketplace Events. They're not authorized to do any of that. It's a scam. Please, please, please don't give them your money. We will never, ever, ever contact you offering to sell attendee contact information. We take that very seriously. So please, please, please. And if you have any questions, again, you can reach out to Lucy, myself, or Laura from here on out. All of our contact information is there. And again, we really want to thank you for sticking with us through this. I'm sure it was the most thrilling 30 minutes of your life.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, for sure. We hope that you got the information that you needed. But if we missed something, please feel free to let us know. We can add it to the next slide and we can make it a 45-minute presentation. If you need anything, we are here for you. Give us a call.